Hello. All right. Let's get it started and hot. Let's get it started in here. All right. We're going to start this in three, two, one, go. What's up, guys? Welcome to the This Is My Friend podcast. I'm your host, Lino, and this is episode one. And today, we have a very special guest for you today, guys. Known this guy for over 20 years. He's probably one of the most handsome, funniest, just a real overall visionary, right? Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for me. Hey, yeah. I'm kidding. I'm not that handsome. But yo, look. Initially, I didn't want to do an episode on myself just because I didn't really feel like talking about myself. Um, but I figured I should give you guys a little background just so you can know a little bit more about me. And at first, I didn't really know what I was going to talk about. But then I figured, why don't I just talk about the thing in my life that has been the most pivotal, transformative part so far, which has been my path to faith, my journey to Christ, to Jesus Christ, or for the Spanish speakers watching, Jesus Cristo. So let's get into it, guys. Um, all right, so growing up, I don't know if it's like this for a lot of Mexican families, but we grew up Catholic. And I wouldn't say we were like practicing Catholics. Um, like we didn't go to church every Sunday. We didn't finish our first communion. We did get baptized as babies though, so points for that. But overall, no, not really practicing. So it's kind of weird. And again, I don't know if it's like this for a lot of Mexican families, but as a kid growing up, you know what's up like on a certain level. You know what I'm saying? Like you know the titles, but not like the whole story, or the reasons that stories happen in the Bible. Uh, like in the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. Adam and Eve were the first people. The flood, but it's like very vapid, not a lot of death or spirit like that you feel it with you. At least for us. Um, Let me see. You know about the Virgin Mary. You know that Jesus is God. I remember at work one time. I forgot how we got on this topic, but we were talking about like religion, and my boy that I work with, he goes, "How do you know what God looks like, or like who God is?" And then one of my Mexican homies is like, "Jesus is God, fool!" Like, it was just funny because he looked at him like shocked, like, "What? You don't know this? I thought it was obvious." Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's like a lot of Mexicans though. It's almost like we're hard headed. We don't want to do our own research or fully get to know God. Very stubborn. Oh, but hold up. If something bad happens, what? Boy, I'm on my knees like, God, please forgive me. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know what I'm doing. I can't stop. I know exactly what I was doing, and I know I could have asked for him to help me stop. Um, I got so messed up last night. I promise I'll go to church tomorrow. Like that's how Catholics are. A lot of them, the ones that I know. There's this Mike Epps joke, and it goes like, it's like, God, I promise I ain't gonna be out there in them clubs no more. I gotta stop hanging out with these people. I'm done messing around with these girls. And then he's like, as soon as you feel better, you're in there like, yeah, no, no. I don't even want to finish the joke, but yeah, and it's you can check it out. But yeah, overall, it's a very transactional relationship. Um, at least it was for me. So that's a little bit of like a religious background. But me personally, background, I've always been like a anxious person, a lot of fear in general for the future, for the unknown, things I can't control. Like I was such a nervous kid, not even slightly social. Um, I had like two friends, but just because I was scared, I didn't hang around the lockers during passing period or socialize on the bus or in the lunchroom or go to dances or football games. I know a lot of people might say that and be like, "Oh yeah, because I'm cool, I'm a loner." Nah, not me. I wanted to, but I was scared. I wanted to join clubs and sports and go over to people's houses and talk to girls. I just couldn't. My anxiety was like so crippling. But hindsight's 2020, and looking back, all of this was like a real major issue, and it would cause a lot of problems for me socially and in general, and in later on life. So yeah, um, but now I kind of want to go into like how I got to know God, and funny enough, it was from podcasts. That's why I love them. So I'm out of high school, and at the time I have to get a real job. And when you live in a small town, what's the first real job you get? I'll give you a second to guess. That's right. If you guess Walmart, guys, leave a cookie emoji in the comments because that's right. I worked at Walmart. And at the time, while I worked there, we weren't allowed to have headphones, which sucks now because, like, you go there and these kids are having full on conversation in their AirPods, not even knowing that I'm there. I'm like, where's the toilet paper? Dude's talking to his mom, but whatever. That's America. So after Walmart, I get a few jobs where I'm not allowed to wear headphones. Then eventually I get a warehouse one where I do. And it's awesome. If you guys worked a job and you didn't have headphones, but now you're allowed to have headphones, fire. If you know, you know. It makes the day go by so quick. And so I start, and I'm listening. So I start, right? I'm listening to music. I have my headphones on. But after a couple days, whatever, you start to get bored because it's like, bruh, I love music, but like, how much music can you like listen to all day? So then I started listening to podcasts, comedy ones at first. Um, like Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast. That one was fire. I love that one. I listen to it every day, every episode. But there was this one where they were talking about the John Bernthal and Shia LaBeouf interview. They were kind of like making fun of it, but also it was like they made it seem interesting. By the way, I've always loved Shia LaBeouf. Holes for me as a kid, I'm talking that's like cinematic masterpiece, S tier when I first saw it as a kid. So I go out to check out the pod, right? And if you guys haven't seen it, I mean, for real, after this, go watch that podcast. It's John Bernthal, Real Ones, Shia LaBeouf interview. It's so good. I think it's like from 2 years ago. Uh, but I must have listened to it like 5 times all the way through, like ever since I first heard it. So he just talks about like how he used to be selfish and egotistical, and like he's dealing with allegations at the time. And he talks about how God met him where he was and took him out of the pit that he dug himself into. It's really good. And then he starts telling this story about a Chinese farmer, and the way he tells it is just perfect. Like I'm gonna say it, but for real, you should check out the video. It's Shia LaBeouf, Chinese farmer story. It's really good, but this is my attempt of trying to tell it because it really meant a lot to me. I like it. So it goes. There's a Chinese farmer, and he's outside working the land with his horse. And one day he goes to tie the horse to the plow, and when all of a sudden the horse runs off, like the horse dips, he runs up the mountain, talking like straight, see ya. So then the farmer goes to tell his dad that he can't work the land no more. And he's like, Dad, you're not going to believe it. The horse ran off. Now I can't turn the soil. We're not going to make any money if we can't plant these crops. And I can't do it alone. This is horrible. This is a tragedy. What are we going to do? And his dad says, I don't know what this is. I don't know if it's a tragedy. I can't call it. And the son's like, man, my dad's delusional. He's losing it. He can't see how bad this is. So the next day, the son's turning the soil by hand, and he looks up the hill, and he sees 50 wild stallions running behind his horse, running toward the farm. So boom, he gets them all in the pen, locks it, and goes back to his dad on the porch, and he's like, Dad, you're not gonna believe it. Seabiscuit came back and brought some boys. Like, forget farming, we're going into the horse trading business. This is a miracle. And the dad looks at him, not surprised at all, and says, I don't know what this is. I don't know if this is a miracle. I can't call it. And now the son thinking like, yeah, my dad's checked out. He doesn't know that this is, he doesn't know it's a miracle. He doesn't know what's going on. So then a few days go by, and the son is outside. He's trying to break these horses, but he's a farmer. He doesn't know anything about domesticating horses. So one horse rears up and kicks him clean breaks his leg. And this is way back in the day. There's no doctor, no cast. He's pretty much down for the count. So the townspeople hear about it, and they go and they visit the house. They see the son is sitting with a broken leg next to his dad, who's too old to work, and they say to him, "Oh yeah, you guys are pretty much done for, fully ruined. Like, this is a tragedy. What are you gonna do? Like, there's no other way to see it." And then the dad looks at the crowd, and then he looks at his son sitting there with his leg wrapped up like in leaves and stuff, and he says, "He's I don't know what this is. I can't call it. I don't know. I don't know if this is a tragedy." The next week, they're both outside, and in the distance, they see a cloud of smoke behind 5,000 samurai warriors, and they pull up to the house. And to the old man, they go, "Give us your son. We're going to fight the Ming army." And the dad goes, "I would, but I can't. My son's leg is broken. He's a cripple. I would give him to you, but I can't. I'm sorry." And then that army rides off. They go right off to their death. So after hearing that story, it helped me understand that humans aren't really in control. Like if you think that you're boss in your life, how could we be boss in our lives? We don't even know what's going to happen tomorrow, today, let alone an hour from now. Um, so it's like there's something bigger at play. There's a bigger picture. So I started listening to more podcasts, asking more questions. Questions like, what happens when we die? What's the meaning of life? What religion should I follow? Because I was feeling like empty inside at this time. I was feeling empty, like not even, to be honest, like what's even the reason to live? So through asking these questions and looking for answers, the Bible says, ask and it will be given to you, seek and you will find, knock and the door will be open to you. For everyone who asks, receive, and the one who seeks finds, and the one who knocks, the door will be open. So that's what started happening to me. I started to see God reveal himself to me through the person of Jesus Christ. And so, yeah, I started talking to God, and I saw him doing like unbelievable stuff in my life. Things that I've been dealing with for years, taken away over a period of time, like lust, fear, greed, gluttony. And yes, most importantly, the number one thing that I wanted him to get rid of was my anxiety. He did. Uh, Now, I'm not perfect at all. If there's like a line of Christians at the end, if there's a line of Christians, I'm at the end. I'm thinking like, am I even allowed to be here? All I know is when I'm actively following God and Jesus Christ, I'm in his word. I'm turning away from my desires and things that make me feel good, but not like in a good way. I'm a better person to myself and others. Like I feel fulfilled. I feel more at peace and more grateful for life. I'm not worried about death or what's going to happen to me. I don't have any more anxiety. Like God completely delivered me from that, and it's like, thank you, God, for real. Amen. Um, and he can help you with whatever you're struggling with, literally anything. Like for real, all you have to do is ask him, like, but sincerely. You have to ask him sincerely, and you want to have to change. If you don't want to change, it's not going to work, and it's hard because a lot of people don't want to change. But you have to be willing to be like, I'm done with this. I want to follow you. I want to know what you're saying. I want to hear what you're telling me. But yeah, he could help you with a whole bunch of problems in your life, like he did with me and my anxiety. If you're holding on to, if you have a lot of fear, depression, anger, he will deliver you from that if you ask sincerely, though. I promise you. Remember John 3:16, for God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten son. Whoever believes in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. But yeah, guys, I think we're going to wrap it up. We talked about my religious background, personal background, what led me to Christ, how he changed me. I hope you guys enjoyed the show, getting to know a little bit about me. Uh, I'm looking to upload maybe like every week or bi-weekly, to be on the lookout for new episodes. And I'm always looking for guests. So if you guys know anybody that would make an interesting guest or have a good conversation, or you yourself think that you would be a good guest, just leave a comment on whatever you're watching this, YouTube, Spotify, subscribe. The YouTube and Spotify, it's This Is My Friend podcast with every first letter capital. Um, DM us at This Is My Friend Pod on Instagram. Shoot us an email at This Is My Friend Podcast at gmail.com, all together, lowercase. Uh, but yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully the audio was good. This is like the first episode that I'm posting, a real episode. So I was like reading from my thing. So, and if I wasn't looking at the camera, that's my bad, y'all. That's my bad. I was trying to get this episode out. I've been trying to do it for a while. So hopefully, give me grace, guys. As time goes on, I don't know how the audio sound. Hopefully it's good for you guys. Let me know. The audio will get better. I'll be able to do it more naturally. Get the set changed up. I don't know, but I am looking to get guests, guys. Bear with me though; it'll take time. If you guys like this, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Hopefully you enjoyed. Thanks for watching again. I guess that's it, guys. God bless, and stay prayed up. Let's stay prayed up, guys. Thank you.